Students, here we have gone through the two chapters. One is electrostatics, electrostatic potential and capacitance. Okay. Now the third chapter, which is current electricity. Now if we go through the current electricity, electrostatics, before going to the current electricity, we know that what is electrostatics. The charge is at rest or stationary. Charge is at rest or stationary. So we have talked about this electrostatics. Now, if charge is in motion now, so when the charge is in motion, it is going to be the current electricity. The motion of charge, it is going to be the current electricity. Means it is related with dynamics or charge which is in motion. So in this chapter we are going to discuss the flow of charge. Flow of charge. Now flow of charge, if there is a flow of charge, then we call it as an electric current. So electric current means flow of charge. Now if flow of charge is there, means we can define it in this way: the time rate of flow of charge. The time rate of flow of charge is known as electric current. Flow of charge, now we know that there are two charges. One is positive charge and another one is negative charge. But when we will be talking about the charge, there will be flow of electrons. Flow of electrons. So if flow of electron is there, then it is also known as electric current. When you make a switch on, you get your light. Fan is on, your tube light is on, and you are getting the light from it. If you are getting started a fan, so only flow of electrons is there and they are in a ready position. Why they are in ready position? Because if we go with this, there are conductors, the current which is flowing through this, that is conductors. In conductors, if you see, the atom is there. There are so many atoms, and atoms, they are having some electrons which are free and they are moving from one atom to another atom. So when it is applied with some electric field or some electric potential, the charge moves, means electrons are moving. And once electrons are moving in a closed circuit, for an example, say it is a conductor, and if we apply potential, then there will be flow of charge. And this flow of charge, which we call it as a current, and we are denoting it is by I. I is denoted for electric current. Okay. So flow of charge, the time rate of flow of charge. We have, why time rate of flow of charge? Because if we take a conductor like this, and if it is given to a potential, it is like this. So there must be a potential difference. If we are having a positive here means it is at higher potential and it is at a lower potential. And then there will be flow of charge. the electrons are coming in this direction. The positive charge are going in this direction. Basically, what is happening? Only electrons are moving. When electrons are moving, what is happening? Suppose if you are having these, we call it as an atom. Okay, here it is a free electron which comes here. So there will be a vacancy. This free electrons coming this, then again there is a vacancy here. Means electrons are moving in this direction. And this positive charge is shifting towards this. Because here it was positive charge. It is moving like this, it is moving like this, it is moving like this. So electrons are flowing in this direction when a potential is applied, when a potential difference is applied. There is a flow of charge. And this flow of charge is through a cross-sectional area. Means if we go through this is the area through which they are flowing. Means flow of charge is like this. Now flow of charge, time rate of flow of charge means what we have to do? We have to divide it by t. And if we are dividing it by t, so it is going to be the current, the electric current, flow of charge, time rate of flow of charge, which is going to give you the electric current. So this way, the electric current is taking place and electrons are moving in such a speed that it is near to the speed of the light. Okay. So that's why we are getting instantaneously, or at the moment when we are switching it on, the switches, electric switches, we are getting the bulb which is giving us light, the fan which is started running. So because of this only. Okay. So if we are taking this positive and this is negative, then there will be positive charge here and negative charge here. Electrons are attracting toward this, they are flowing like this. But the direction of this, which we call it as a conventional direction of current. Conventional direction of current. The direction of current will be always in the direction from positive to negative. Okay. But there is the flow of electrons, which is always flow of electrons, that we call it as an electronic current. And this electronic current is flowing in this direction. Conventional direction of flow of current is like this. Okay. So current is flowing like this and electrons are flowing. Electrons are flowing like this and charge is flowing like this. Means conventional direction of current is like this. It will be like this. So here we have got the direction, we have got the simple definition of electric current. Electric current also has the unit, that is SI unit of electric current. Current is ampere. Ampere, a scientist, on the name of a scientist, it is given an ampere. Now what is ampere? So we know that I is equal to, now we have got this Q upon T, or the charge upon the time taken through a cross section area. This will give the current. Now charge, the SI unit of charge, that is coulomb, and the unit of time is second. Okay. So if 1 coulomb charge is flowing in a 1 second, then it is going to be 1 ampere. It is going to be 1 ampere. So 1 ampere, we can say here, 1 ampere is that rate of flow of charge which takes place at a rate of 1 coulomb per second, per 1 second. So this is the simple definition of 1 ampere. Okay. here relationship, that is, now what is Q? So we know that Q is equals to N into E by the quantization. N is the number of electrons. Number of electrons, and E is the charge on the electron, that we know, charge on the electron, that we take it as 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 Coulomb. So here we can also have this relation, the number of electrons flowing in a second will give you the current. Okay. So here what we have got? We have got this electric current. We have got the SI unit of electric current, that is ampere. Now if you see, the current is a scalar quantity. Now you see that current is having magnitude, it is having direction. Why it is? Current is a scalar quantity. That is an important point to discuss. Okay. Now you see, if we take the current flowing like this, and here. Suppose if we take this 3 ampere current is flowing through this, and 4 ampere current is flowing through this, and they are coming through this junction to here. So total summation will be 7 ampere. Now if we go through they are having an angle 90 degree between these two. Now if we calculate the resultant by using the vector method, means law of parallelogram, what we are getting? 3 square plus 4 square plus 2 times 3 into 4 into cos 90. This will give the resultant current according to the law of parallelogram. Now see here, what we are going to have, 9 plus 16 plus 0, cos 90 is 0. So here what we are getting, under root 25, which is going to be 5 ampere. Now if we take it as a vector 1, the resultant must be 5 ampere. But here what we are getting? We are getting a value of 7 current, because if we see, there is an incoming current, this is also an incoming current. Both the incoming current are getting added, and they will be having a 7 ampere current. There is another law which we will discuss later on, that is the Kirchhoff's current law. And in Kirchhoff's current law, it states that when incoming current is equals to outgoing current, the incoming current at a junction is equal to outgoing current. Now these two are the incoming currents. So 3 plus 4 will give you the 7, and here outgoing is 7. So the algebraic sum of all the currents meeting at the junction is going to be equal to 0. So here it is not following that. It is following that. Here if we go with this, it must have a 5 ampere current flowing through it. But it is not following this. Means current is a scalar quantity, not a vector quantity. Okay. So here what we have learned, we have gone through the electric current. Electric current basically it is a flow of charge. What? Flow of charge means if you are applying a potential, it is a flow of electrons which is coming from negative to positive, which we can say because positive terminal will attract them. And there is a flow of charge that we call it as a conventional direction of flow of current, and electronic current will be in the direction opposite to the direction of conventional current. Okay.